Livestock bill, even horses, donkeys, mules, and ducks, which are classified as livestock, must be labeled. Each label will detail the breed, date of birth, and any additional information deemed necessary by the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary or county officials. Now, it remains unclear whether the law targets corporate entities involved in the livestock or applies to all animal keepers. Mutambu, of course, there's an attempt, because if agriculture is the backbone of this economy, there must be an attempt to professionalize the trade and introduce standards. And probably that's the intention of this piece of legislation. Yet, as Bwana Manduku says, agriculture in Kenya is purely or largely subsistence. Would this be deemed as out of this world, this attempt to actually legislate how I keep my chicken behind my house?
I don't know who said there's no professionalism in agriculture, number one. Number two, I don't know who said there's no enough legislation or there are no laws. In every sector, there are laws. Going extreme, because what we are trying to do is to go extreme, is now what worries me. What we may not know while seated here, or those who are in glass houses, is that 90% of Kenyans depend on their land and their produce and what they are farming. There are those who farm crops and there are those who farm livestock. From where I come, if there is anybody who has ever went to school, their parents struggled through selling chicken, goats, sheep, cows, and the rest. You may not know this. Maybe 50% of the meat you eat in Nairobi comes from Ukambani. Mm-hmm. And those people do nothing else apart from farming. When you go to Northeastern, those people do nothing apart from rearing animals. And that is their livelihood from the day the world started until today. Okay? We don't know for how long those people have been in existence. We are only talking today that we are going to regulate what has brought me or what has kept me alive from my day I was born until today. And that is what the people we call pastoralists live on. There is no family in either Ukambani or in Northeastern where you will not find either chicken, a goat, or a cow. And that is our livelihood. Now, somebody is coming to our livelihood to tell me that when my cow gives birth, you need a birth certificate for that cow or for that calf. When my donkey gives birth, you want to tell me it needs a birth certificate. It has never happened in any world. Ask me about the records of my animals, I know them. If they may argue that they are doing this for the purpose of security of your animals or my animals, because somebody can come and steal, and when they are selling, they will need a license. What I want to tell them is, our people are so organized in the sense that any animal market where we sell cows, because we have markets. You go to Ukambani, there is a market on each day where people sell their animals. Those people are so organized in the sense that you cannot take anybody's cow to the market, because you will be caught by people. Mm-hmm. And the people knows this animal, this cow moving around here, this belongs to Mutambu, this belongs to Manduku, this belongs to it. We know ourselves. We don't need any other supervision. Mm-hmm. We are good enough because we are living in that harmony. In those areas, animals sleep outside, mm-hmm, and nobody dares to touch them. It is only in these some areas, I think that is where the fear is coming from, where there is what we call cattle wrestling. In those some areas, mm-hmm, where maybe the fear is coming from, and they are trying to introduce this to other people who are not even concerned on how they live with their own animals and their own agricultural activities. So to me, trying to tell a mama boga or a person who rears a chicken that we need certificate for your chicken, and somebody has about 10,000. Are you going to have 10,000 certificates in your house? Mm-hmm. And how much will they cost them? Because one certificate will cost not anything less than, even if it's 50 bob. Why do you want to add 50 bob on my chicken, which I am the one feeding, I'm the one who's doing everything, then you want to tax it? Because what we are looking at the tail end The goal is to tax the chicken.
Okay.
There's nothing more.
Bwana Gakuya, are we looking at a situation where the government is